Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit today about grief. And I'm not exactly sure where all of this is going to go, but I feel compelled to talk about grief. So last week, a really close and dear friend of mine passed away unexpectedly. And I didn't actually learn of the passing because of how everything happened um, until 2 days after she passed. Since that time, it's been, I'm gonna start to cry. It's been a little tough to say the least, with ups and downs of grief, sometimes a little anger because of the just how she passed um, and the accident that it was, and it's been an interesting journey, I'll say the least, and it's also just been really tough. And what I find really kind of interesting, there's several things. The animals, of course, are helping me too, which I will come to that. One of the things that has been really interesting is as an intuitive and a very spiritual person in that regard, because I have found that my opening up my intuitive abilities has really connected me to spirituality, a greater and higher good, the universe, the plans, the source, all of the things, however, whatever phrase you want to use, but it really, because we become connected even more to it. That's what all of this is really about, is how it's been my experience. So there goes my throat chakra, which has also been struggling through all of this. So what I have found really interesting is that I know that she is still here. Actually, now as I say this, she just is holding my right shoulder. I know that she is still here, and I know that she's not far, and I know that she has more to do on the other side to help all of us, and anybody that was impacted by her, and anybody else. She's still really holding my shoulder. Um, it still hurts on a human level. It still hurts, and that's the part that I would think, there goes the human mind, right? The human mind would think that because I know a little bit about how the universe and people passing, and my grandmother's always here, and my Uncle Billy shows up all the time, and she's been letting me know she's fine. Maybe a little embarrassed about how the accident happened, but fine. I know these things, yet my heart, my human heart, still aches. And it is that duality that has just been, has sometimes brought me to my knees, I will say. And I wanted to share this for anybody else that goes through anything like this, or anybody that has experience in this and has anything they can share with this group, with me, on all of it too. It is an ongoing journey, clearly, but also discovery along this all of this. So it's a raw, as you can see. I still just wanted to share and put that out there. I do also want to say that the night she passed, and while I didn't know that she was gone, many of us didn't know, that night Lucas would not leave my side. And he hasn't actually, he used to sleep in bed with my husband and I, actually right between the two of us, since the moment we adopted him 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. Every single night he has slept between us until we moved into this house. And on Memorial Day, he stopped, Memorial Day weekend, and I thought it was because of all the fireworks. There's probably a lot of reasons, and there's that I won't go into anyway, but he hasn't done that. But Thursday night, he wouldn't leave my side, and he ended up crawling into bed with me and slept right next to me all night long, and all the next day would not leave my side. When I found out that she had passed, he said that's why he hasn't left my side. Lucas and my friend were actually really connected. Well, they still are, I should say. And I would talk with her animals. She would talk with Lucas, and even animals in spirit, like my beloved India, who's behind me. So there's a whole connection in that regard. So he knew, and clearly he knew to comfort me. And clearly she even asked him to. So there's all of that too. So he's still working with me. The butterflies have been amazing, even though before she passed, the monarchs had already started migration. I've now seen more monarchs than I've seen in several weeks. And I keep finding bird feathers, which that was something she would always talk to me about when she was in body. So it's amazing. It still hurts. So I just wanted to share that with everybody today. I would love to hear from you on your experiences, any thoughts you may have. You don't feel like you have an obligation to comfort me, because I do know that this is a process, but any thoughts that you have, any wisdom to share for the greatest and highest good for all that participate here, I would be really, really grateful. And in memory of my dear friend, who's still right here, hold on to my right shoulder. I miss you terribly. And I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for being here.